Hey guys, it's Friday, Thanksgiving weekend here in Canada. Thanksgiving's on Monday, so it's a long weekend, and usually we have so many different dinners to go to, but this time looks like we'll only have one, which will be at, sorry, I'm trying to hold this proper, which will be at my uncle's in Barrie tomorrow. I just rushed home from work to, well, it's a couple hours later now, but I rushed home to watch last night's episode of Glee. And if you can see, my eyes are already puffy. I cried so much watching this week's Glee. Just thinking about it, there were so many moments that really just ripped my heart out, and I don't know if I should say anything about which scenes, because I don't want to give anything away for anyone who hasn't watched it yet. I will say it was a very difficult episode to watch. I have a pile of Kleenex to throw out. Oh my God. I used 10 tissues, I swear, 10 or 11, just sobbing, like a baby. And, it's just so unbelievable. I don't know, I've never cried so hard at a TV show before. And it was because it's not that they're writing the character off the show because the actor is going to pursue other things. This was a real death. Corey did pass away in real life. And you just could tell that every emotion from the actors was not acting at all. It was pure, raw, real emotion and grief, and just to see their pain from losing their dear friend Corey, it just ripped my heart out. And Glee is just one show that I have just grown so emotionally attached to and involved with. There's something I love about every character, and for me, Corey was one of my favorites. Finn was one of my favorites, and I thought he was cute. He had a wonderful character, and amazing singer and drummer, and it was just a beautiful tribute episode to him. My only disappointment in the episode was that they didn't do some kind of a montage of maybe favorite moments of him in the show. That would have been a nice added touch, and it would have made me cry even more, but I think it would have been nice to see, those favorite moments of Finn, and pictures and whatnot. And I've seen so many pictures of Corey and Leah because they were a couple in real life. They were engaged. They were going to be getting married, and my heart just breaks for Leah. And she comes in later in the show. She's not there the whole show, but she comes in about the last 15 minutes of the show, 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes of the show. I think 15 minutes. And her performance was so incredibly moving and heart-wrenching. I think that was the point in the show where I really lost it. I was crying almost the whole show. But that was the moment where, I mean, I was sobbing out loud. Like the guy upstairs probably was thinking, like, what's wrong with her down there? I mean, I was sobbing, literally, like blubbering, and my heart was literally hurting. It just felt like my heart was being totally ripped out. My chest felt heavy. It was, oh, I mean, because it wasn't just her, but when she was performing, and then the reactions to the other cast, from the other cast, I should say, you know, Darren, who plays Blaine, and Tina, and I mean, their reactions to Rachel's scene, it was just gut wrenching. It really was. And so that was where I really, really lost it. And the very, very end of the show, I think, for me, I thought Rachel's moment would be the worst and the most gut wrenching. And in a way it was, but, and that was because, I knew her tears were real, and stuff. And Alex is home. That's weird. And, yeah, I'm making a video. I'll finish this in another video, guys. Sorry about that, guys. I wasn't expecting Alex to come home. I thought he was going straight to his friends after work, but he had to stop by home for a bit to have a shower and stuff. So, it kind of interrupted my video. So, where was I? I think I was talking about what I found to be the most heart-wrenching part was the very end. It was a very close running with Leah, and as I was saying, like, Leah and Corey were a couple in real life. They were going to be married, and I know she was absolutely devastated when she heard of his death, and so it was very hard to watch her sing, and it was a very moving performance to see her, real emotion, and everyone in the room was crying and stuff. But for me, the end had to be probably the worst part. I kind of saw it coming. I had a feeling it was going to end with a scene with Mr. Shu, and that's all I'm going to say. I don't want to give it away, but I just had a feeling it was going to end with something of that sort. There was one little twist that I wasn't expecting in the end part, but oh God. Sorry guys, he's washing the pink hairspray out of his hair because they had Breast Cancer Awareness Month Day. I just worked today and they asked everyone to wear pink, and he decided to spray pink hair color in his hair, and he's washing it out. So anyways, I was just sobbing at the end, and even once it was over, I just couldn't stop. It was really, really hard. And I don't know, I mean, it was just something I've never experienced with a television show before. Yeah, Corey Monteith will be very sadly missed, and definitely his character Finn will be missed, because I really was rooting for him and Rachel to get back together and get married, and yeah, it was just, it was, other parts that really got me was even just the beginning, the opening scene. I will just give that part away because it's not that big of a surprise anyway, but they sang Seasons of Love from Rent, and Rent is a musical that I hold very near and dear. I love Rent, and my cousin Brittany loved Rent, and she and I watched Rent together when she was in the hospital for the last time, just a few weeks before she passed away. And so Rent is very special to me. And so when they sang that, I was thinking of Brittany. And then there was a scene with Finn's mother that was very hard to watch, because again, it reminded me of my cousin. There's this one line that she says, and I don't want to give it away because I don't want to ruin anything for people, but it really, that's where I started to lose it in that scene. There was another great moment with Puck. There was a few great moments with Puck, actually. It was nice to see him back on the show. And there was 3 really good moments with him. 2 of them which made me cry a lot. And Santana made me cry. Although I kind of think her reaction at the end of her song was a little too over the top. But I did cry when she cried. It was very sad. Same with Mercedes. I saw her crying, and it was just like, I knew it was real. And that's all I'm going to say about it. You gotta watch it. It's hard to watch, but if you're a fan, it's the best way to pay tribute to Finn and, the man who portrayed him, Corey, and the wonderful talent he was. And just make sure you have a box of Kleenex right beside you because you will go through a lot. I mean, I don't know. If you don't cry, I don't know what's wrong with you. Because it was just, yeah. So, with that said, I just wanted to give you a quick health update. I went to the Lupus clinic, I believe it was September the 17th, and I don't know if I mentioned it or not. It went well. It was just a typical thing. Filled them in on the pericarditis incident, and they were shocked with that, but they were happy to hear it cleared up fast. And they were glad that the rash was under control, that we found out it was an allergy to the Pentessa. And so I had a lot of swelling in my right knee when I went, and the doctor did see that, and so she suggested that I up my dose of naproxen for about a week and see if it helps. It seemed to initially help, but now my knee is puffed out again today and yesterday, and I have been having very bad joint pain in my fingers all week, especially at night and in the morning. And then today I was doing a lot better. Like, I woke up feeling good. I felt really good for most of the day. I took a long walk. I walked for like 75 minutes, pushing Jeremy in the stroller while he slept. And that actually seemed to help, because I haven't been doing as much walking as I was before my trip. And it's just because Jeremy's sleep schedule has totally changed now, and so there's really not much time to take him for a walk. Usually it's no more than a half-hour walk if I can get out, and so that's unfortunate. And I think my joints have been hurting because I haven't been as physically active as I was, because I felt that it was really helping loosen the joints and get them moving and stuff like that. So I was feeling good during my walk and energetic and everything like that. And then my knees started to bother me on the way home because I was sitting on the bus for an hour, over an hour, whatever. And then just now sitting watching Glee and not moving much, and then crying, probably like the stress and stuff. now my wrists are hurting and my fingers are hurting and my knee is all puffed out. And so I don't know. I think I might have to try and get into the lupus clinic sooner than my next appointment, just because I don't know, like the higher dose of naproxen isn't really helping. So I don't know what else they can do, but we'll see. And they now want to see me every 2 months instead of every 3 months because when they heard of the pericarditis thing, Dr. Eurowitz came in, and like, because I always see a fellow first, and then she goes and goes over everything with him, and then he comes in the room and kind of finishes off the appointment. And he came in, gave me this look, and was like, "How dare you get pericarditis without asking me first?" So he just said that I have this type of lupus where I get something and it goes away, and I get something else and it goes away. And so he said they really have to keep close tabs on me to make sure that they don't miss anything. So they're going to see me in 2 months. But I'm going to see if I can get in sooner because my hands have really been bothering me and it's making it hard to pick up Jeremy at work. Also saw my endocrinologist for my thyroid. That was my annual appointment, I think, or maybe not annual appointment because he wanted to see me sooner this time because of the biopsy thing. And so this time he was like, yeah, so the biopsy was like not successful or whatever, and they didn't get the results as I told you before. And again, he brought up, like, will I do it, go and have it done again? And I told him, look, they did not freeze me. I was told I was going to have freezing. They didn't. It was painful. It was a horrible experience. You know, I don't know, like, I don't feel like having this done again. And he's like, well, I'd really like you to have it done again just because he's like, I have seen, you know, these things end up being something horrible. And he's like, I just want to make sure you're okay. So I'm like, okay, it's better, I guess, than to just leave it, but I really don't think there's an issue, but whatever. And so I'm going to go and have it done again. This time he's like, well, just make sure to tell them to freeze it. But, you know, like, I will, believe me, I will, but I shouldn't have to because it says in the paperwork that I signed that they would freeze me. So, yeah, but I'm going to make sure to voice speak up on that and make sure that it's done right. And Alex will be with me to help. And this time I also asked, like, could I go to a different place? And he would not send me to a different place. He's sending me back to the same place, saying that they're the best. They're the best? They screwed up everything. They didn't freeze me. They didn't get the results right. I don't know. So I'm not a happy camper. So I think it's like beginning of November, I'm going to have thyroid biopsy again. Not happy. Anywho, that's all in terms of my health. And I've rambled enough about Corey Monteith and Glee and my health. And so I'm going to do another vlog that's going to be Dolly related because I have a couple of updates with that. And then I'm going to enjoy the rest of my evening because I've got lots of shows to watch. I have X Factor, Grey's Anatomy, and what else? X Factor, Grey's Anatomy, Ellen, and Parenthood. And that's it. Oh, and I think Degrassi too. So I will talk to you guys in the next video.